Hey everyone, it's Hayes, and today we are going to be talking about Lila in Season 4 of Miraculous Ladybug. I had intended to make this video before the Season 4 finale description was released, but now I have a lot more thoughts after being thoroughly psychologically traumatised by that description. I am still not okay. Now, as we all know, we've only seen Lila in one episode so far this season, which was Guilt Trip episode 11, and she didn't say or really do anything, and I was surprised she was even there in the first place. They don't usually bother animating her if she doesn't do anything. The time before that when we saw her was in the New York special, but she was only there to say, hey, I'm not going to New York. So the last time we actually saw her and she had some substance to her appearance was in the episode Ladybug in Season 3. As we all know, Lila was made one of the Gabriel models by Daddy Agreste, and Adrian only let her model with him on the premise she would leave Marinette alone, because, you know, they're really good friends and this boy would do absolutely anything for the girl he loves. I mean his friend. Get it together, Adrian. Like, come on. This hasn't been mentioned since, but now we all know this is about to be extremely important in the Season 4 finale, and I feel that maybe Marinette could also be akumatized. Now, I don't think she will actually get akumatized, but the description of the finale is kind of sus. Shadow Daddy is going to create a villain that will take all of the risks, and it says Marinette will risk everything for Adrian. I think it was written that way to purposely make us believe she might get akumatized by using the same phrasing. And also, if we look back at Chat Blanc in Season 3, Hawk Daddy was going to akumatize Marinette when she broke up with Adrian and said she would be his greatest masterpiece. The akumatization described in the Season 4 finale sounds like a masterpiece to me. I think maybe she won't actually end up being akumatized, but will cause a big mistake and either almost get akumatized, or she will directly cause someone else to get akumatized. And that person might be Lila. These two girls, oh my god, they rile each other up like nothing else. Lila walks in the room and Marinette is ready to throw hands with her, and if Lila is doing anything to do with Adrian, it makes Marinette 10 times worse, as we saw in Volpina and Chameleon, for example, as well as her reaction at the end of the episode Ladybug. And also, not much to do with Lila here, but just let my little Adrianette stan heart just speak here for a moment. But Adrian, even though he isn't aware he's in love with Marinette yet, although I hope he is aware by the Season 4 finale, he made that deal with Lila and Ladybug to protect Marinette. Maybe Lila will tell him if he doesn't go with her to wherever it is they have to go, I have no idea. She will make things worse for her. It's quite clear that Lila doesn't have feelings for Adrian, she just wants the fame and to also get at Marinette. And if Lila can see Adrian also likes Marinette, because God knows this boy doesn't know how to hide how happy he is around her, Lila will use it to her advantage to get what she wants. However, I feel if Lila is going to be so important this season, we do need to see her a bit more. Like I said, in Guilt Trip she did nothing, and I am hoping she will be mentioned at the end of Senti Bubbler by Natalie and Daddy Agreste. We all know in Senti Bubbler, Shadow Daddy is going to use Nino to get to Alia and her Miraculous, as well as what she knows about Ladybug. But from what we know so far, I think he's probably going to fail in the episode, so at this point I think he'll bring in Lila. Lila and Alia, for all we know, since we are still missing a few episodes, will we ever get to see episode 5 at this point? I don't even know. For all we know, they are still friends. I know Alia did start standing up for Marinette in the episode Ladybug, but that doesn't negate how Alia treated Marinette previously in regards to Lila. She was actually kind of horrible at some points to her, like in Chameleon, and her and Marinette haven't talked about it. They also still haven't talked about Marinette and Chat Noir. Like after Marinette calmed down in Gang of Secrets, if I had been Alia, the next thing I would have asked her about would be, why'd you kiss Chat Noir all the time? What's going on there? Talking about Chat Noir and apologising for believing Lila over Marinette, I guess could have happened off screen. I guess, you know, but I just feel like the stuff with Lila is too important to not talk about on screen for us all to see. This brings me on to my final point of this video, which concerns how good of an ally Lila is. Chloe, as evil as they are making her this season for whatever reason, her feelings change depending on what socks she wears. Wait, Chloe doesn't even wear socks. But you get what I mean. She goes back and forth all the time about whether she's on Ladybug's side, whether she's on Shadow Daddy's side. She's very unreliable. Lila isn't unreliable though. She's evil, but she's dependable. I didn't think I'd ever describe someone like that, but it's true. And because of all of this, in addition to how Daddy Agreste was kind of egging her on to rile up Marinette in Ladybug, honestly, I still don't know why he cares about why two teenage girls don't like each other. I feel that Lila might be suspicious that Daddy Agreste is Shadow Daddy. Now, she's never said this out loud, but I do feel like she might be suspicious. And I personally think, feel free to tell me I'm wrong, but I think Lila will work out who he is this season, or he will reveal his identity to her. She is working with both sides of Gabriel, first as the face of his fashion brand, and also as someone who kind of likes being akumatized, you weirdo, and also helping create negative emotions in others so they can get akumatized. I do think it's a really feasible possibility that she could work out his identity before the season 4 finale, because I mean that would make her an even better ally if she knew his identity. Like I said, I'm working with very little information here since Lila hasn't done anything else this season apart from laugh in Guilt Trip, but we all know she is going to do something more. And besties, I feel like I'm about to start hyperventilating. I am not ready for that finale. I'd love to know what you think about Lila in the season building up to the season 4 finale, what do you think she's going to happen, and I'll see you in the next one.